Hi everyone, I'm Penny the Goblin, and welcome back to Thief Gold. Now, we're right where we left off. Just finished the first true mission, right after, of course, the training mission, which doesn't really count. But we just finished Lord Bafford's Manor, and if you'll remember, we stole that jeweled scepter and snuck out of there with pretty much no issue. There was a little tussle with a guard, but we handled it pretty well. And now we are going to continue on to this next mission, which this is where the lore and the weirdness starts coming in. So let's get right into this next cutscene. Once I press continue, there will be a little cutscene.
I went to Cutty's place to deliver the scepter, but Cutty wasn't there. He'd been arrested by the Hammerites. Apparently they didn't approve of his occupation, and I doubt they approve of mine. So hopefully they'll never catch sight of me when I break him out of their prison. Which is what I'm going to do. They're holding Cutty in a mining complex carved out of a quarry. The quarry's flooded, but the Hammers still work the top-level mines and have converted part of the complex into a penitentiary for those who violate their tenets. An associate of mine was confined there and has provided me with a map. It would be difficult to get in by way of the main gate, but there is another option. The mines break the surface of a hill south of the quarry. I'll drop into the mines and head for the prison, which will be found somewhere uphill and to the north. The Hammers don't venture into these lower mine levels because they're reputed to be haunted. I'd rather not have to do this job, but Cutty's a reliable fence, and I don't appreciate the Hammerites abducting him. And he owes me money for the Bafford job.
So right off the bat, there is a bunch of lore dumped on you. So minor lore of, okay, you have a fence. That makes sense, you're a thief. But hammers, we had that opening cutscene before this main cutscene of all that industrial stuff going on. You had that intense chanting. You had those hammer tenants or whatever, that sermon that they had. And you could tell it was pretty intense. Like, they were talking about, eating the hands of thieves and the tongues of liars, and like you might remember from the first mission, Lord Bafford's Manor, there was a note from one of Lord Bafford's, I'm guessing, spies, one of his spies, mentioning the Hammers snatching up Lord Bafford's other spies. And here they are with a factory, a mine. They're very industrious, but then they also have this penitentiary because they are very big on punishment. And they are essentially, in this world, they are kind of the second police force. Like, there's the city watch, but then the Hammerites are their own sort of punishment, their own like laws and judges and whatnot. And they're obviously sort of based on this sort of Christian sort of feeling of they have like cathedrals and have a single god that they have, and basically imagine if you had not just the regular police force, but then the church in America was also well armed and was allowed to make their own weapons and factories and buildings and allowed to arrest people themselves. Like, you have these two separate law enforcements in this world. One of them very religious, the other one being the typical city watch, which is very corrupt and easily bribed and whatnot. These hammers, not easily bribed, so we get to do this the old-fashioned way, which is with a prison break rather than any sort of bribery or other skullduggery. But we love skullduggery. We're a thief, so let's look at these objectives. So we have to get to where they hold the prisoners through the mines. Pretty simple. Break Cutty out so you can pay us back. Okay. Isit the beggar borrowed your lucky hand of glory, and knowing him probably hid it from the hammer's body search in ways you'd rather not think about. Get it back. Cool. So that's going to be one gross hand. Get 500 loot. I can do that. And then escape with Cutty. Let's see. Yeah, expert is don't kill anyone. Obviously, more loot. And you've had your eye on Basso the Boxman's sister for a while now. If you break him out of Cragscleft, she'll probably be very grateful. So already, here's another sort of NPC that we're introduced to. A normal difficulty is just go in and break him out. But we're doing hard because a little bit of difficulty. Now, here's a fun thing. If you buy these tips at the beginning of a mission, I'm just going to buy them right now. You can just read them. Let's see what the tip is. According to Dickett, a heretic who was recently let out of Cragscleft, Cutty's being held in cell block 4. And a regular tip. Word on the street is that hammers are eager to take back the top level of the haunted mines because there's a specially blessed holy water font there. Okay. We spent money on those tips. We'll just restart the mission and skip the cutscenes. And now we don't need the tips anymore to purchase, so that's great. Let's see here. So we have these moss arrows, which are new. Sorry. This arrow sends out a cloud of moss upon impact, which settles into a soft and silent carpet. That's very useful. It'll help us sneak across very loud surfaces. Noisemaker arrow produces a strange noise upon impact, useful as a distraction. That's very good. Broadhead arrows can work in a pinch as a distraction if they strike solid objects that aren't like if it strikes wood or grass or something like that, it'll stick into it and you can retrieve it. But if it's like wood, metal or stone, or something that it would not stick into, it'll break and make a loud noise, and that can work in a pinch as a noisemaker arrow. But these regular noisemaker arrows, they're a lot noisier, draw in enemies from a lot further away, so they're a lot more useful in making a distraction. Let's see, we have 10 water arrows. That we can probably make do with that. Let's get a health potion just in case. Speed potion. Greatly increase your speed for a little while. Don't think we're going to need that. Let's just get 2 more moss arrows just in case. Let's get 5 more of those as well. One of those. Should be fine with 20 broadhead arrows. Let's just buy as many of those as possible, and then 1 extra broadhead arrow. So 4 coins left. There we go. Now we can properly save. There we go. And remember, cell block 4 is where Cutty is. So cell block 4 down here. So we'll just put if you click on the map, actually, you can actually type. Nope, that's a little hard to see. If you right click, it deletes it. So let's put it Cutty in 4. There we go. So now we don't need that tip anymore. That's a little secret there. This is one of the few missions that takes place during the daytime, but it's mostly indoors. So it doesn't matter that you don't have to worry about light a whole lot in terms of like the moon or whatever, because you're going to be inside most of the time. Those bloom effects really brighten up that sky. And they were right, this mine is obviously flooded. Definitely not up to code. There's a little bit of loot right there. Yeah, you can see in the bottom right there's a breath counter. If I turn off my little goblin face for a bit, you can see it goes down. You have pretty good lungs. You can hold your breath for a good while, definitely longer than I can in real life. I would not want to try to recreate this breath holding. And if you go back up, it comes back pretty quickly, so you can catch your breath pretty well. But let's bring my face back because we need that. And now here we are on this sort of second level of the mines. And what an introduction. This is what happens when you don't wear a helmet. So, it's spooky. I don't know if you heard that. There's creepy noises. Definitely not a friendly place. Definitely hasn't been used in a while. Can I get up here? This is an open hole. Factory that way. Thank you for that helpful sign. I'm sure the corpse there appreciates it. Okay, we have some sort of elevator here. Sound of creaking and water droplets. The echoing of your footsteps on the gravel. This is not a welcoming place. Yeah, that's where we found the nuggets earlier. More corpses. Now, you may be a little bit suspicious about these corpses. Or they're looking a little sus, as some people might say. Well, welcome to the world of the undead. There are zombies in this game. There are undead. When Garrett said that this place is purportedly haunted, he meant it. Now, this corpse over here, I could tell it's just a regular zombie corpse. Not a regular zombie corpse, just a totally dead corpse. Because it's another little weird quirk of the physics engine. It's perfectly on the ground. It's perfectly, sunken into the ground. Actual zombies, when they're in their, some people call it a possum state, sort of like how possums play dead. That's what they do. They play dead. You can see they're kind of hovering because their hitbox is slightly larger than their actual body. So when they lay down, they hover a bit off the ground. Now, when they're in this state, they are completely blind and almost entirely deaf. I think, even if I make a lot of noise. Yeah, they just don't care. It's when you get really, really, really close that they get up. So that bothered him a little bit. He was like, hey, get away from me. Get too close. They get up completely. Now the thing about zombies too is that they don't like to stay dead. So yeah, so he just fell back down. He's not dead. If I get back up to him, he's regenerating health. So if I give him like another 30 seconds, he will go back to his, silent possum state. And then when I get close to him again, he will wake up and try to attack me. So you try to have to lure them out of the way, knock them out, quote unquote, knock them out of the way so that you don't activate them again, and then leave them there. Because the only way to kill them is with proper zombie killing weapons. This guy and that guy are fine. This one in the corner. Yep. You could tell just by the way that he was off the ground. Little cheaty, a little bit of learning the way that this game has its engine quirks and physics quirks, but you have to learn the rules of the world if you're going to survive. A little bit of loot. Not auto save, quick save. And here. There we go. That's quite a jump there, but you can make it. Pretty steep, but... Ooh, boy. I apologize. Let me get away from that light. I don't want to have anybody who's very photosensitive or anything like that look at that light for too long. This game unfortunately does, use some blinky light action at times. A lot of older games did. Nowadays, blinking lights like that really aren't a thing, thankfully. Because developers understand that people have, epilepsy and whatnot. That there is a big one. That's one big spider. That is way bigger than the one we saw earlier. They have more health. They have a longer reach, but thankfully they are easier to hit. And they went down in one hit. Yeah, that's the other thing, this fantasy world, but we have elevators and presumably powered by some sort of electricity or steam or something. God, that flashing is not helpful. Yeah, so this world does have elevators. Griffin McElroy will be proud. Now, one thing I will note is this is hard difficulty. On normal difficulty, there are more buttons for that switch, so you can get to the other floors. On this difficulty, on hard difficulty, you can only go to the lower floor, and you have to use that side passage to get up, or... no, you can't hit it from here. It is possible to hit buttons with your arrows, but I can't see the switches from here, so you have to use the side way. Yeah, keep napping. Shut up. I love sassing the zombies when they get uppity about the fact that I'm nearby. It's like, just keep napping. You'll be there forever until you decompose fully. It's fine. So on this difficulty, you have to go up the side way. You can't just use the elevator. And I'm sure on expert they even make it harder. He probably heard that. Zombies are pretty dumb. They're pretty deaf. They're pretty blind. They make a lot of noise. They're pretty easy to avoid. Sorry about that blinking light. I'll try to look away. Nah, it's really hard to look away from it. Run past. Yeah, they're so dumb that he was still looking around for me when I ran away. This, holy water. Super useful. Oh, there's another one right there. Holy water in this game, as you would suspect, is great against the undead. Yeah, he sort of saw me there, but again, with all the rotting, they have a lot of difficulty seeing and hearing you. Unfortunately, the gravel is very loud, so they do hear you quite well. But running around on like wood or stone, they're super dumb, super deaf, super blind. Pretty easy to trick. The main thing they have going for them is they are very hard to kill, hard to put down, and have quite a lot of hit points. So I'm going to guide him into this corner here. Oh. Yep, very slow as well. I thought I saw a health potion. Or maybe that was just a trick of the light. Nope, it's there. Sorry. Gotta grab it from between your legs before you wake up. So that's a good spot for him to be. Oh, forgot this. Oops. I'm probably never going to be there, so that's the equivalent of knocking somebody out and putting them in the corner. So, hooray, he's out of the way. Don't have to deal with him again. There is the other one, though. And I remember seeing one that had flies around him. But maybe... was that him and the flies just disappeared? I don't know. Oh, there's that son of a bitch. Oh no, I swore. My monetization... Okay, I don't have monetization yet. Oh no, that's the guy. Okay, let's show off the holy water. So it only lasts for a short bit, but it makes your water arrows turn into holy water arrows. Boom. And if you hit center mass right at where their tummy is exposed, I almost said explode, but that's pretty apt for what happens. They explode. So, thankfully these corpses do not get up. It's just these gross blue-gray looking dudes. I think, if I remember correctly, let me quick save. Hello, sir. Yep. Oh, did I see another zombie back there? I think I did. I think there's a fourth zombie. Is he that dumb that he lost sight of me that quickly? Come on. Oh, yep, there's two of them. He heard me hit the first one. If I guide him over here... Now, normally he's like, whoa, get back over here. But if I play my cards right, it is possible to kind of lure them. I remember it was either this pond, I think there might be another pond, where it's possible to lure them into the water. Let me see if it's the other one. You can lure them into the water and they drown, quote unquote. Obviously they will technically still get back up, but it's so unlikely that they will get back up that... Oh, that's text. Those are people. I hear people.
All these halls would be close packed with novices, striving to learn our teachings.
There are novices still.
But fewer, brother, fewer. Youths in this time seek to learn about gold and politics, not honest craft.
'Twill be their loss when they come of age and know not how to accomplish aught of consequence.
Those are the Hemorites. They speak like old-timey fantasy people. And if you could guess by the name, they love hammers. They emblaze it on their clothes. It's their weapon of choice. I think as they say, it's like a tool of building and also of destruction, because you can hammer nails, but you can also you can also break things, fill your head. That was rude. Okay, yeah, those zombies are stuck over there. They're off doing their own thing, so we are relatively safe to go exploring around. Just throwing body parts at him. I'm gonna wait for him to come back, and I'm gonna beat him over the head. Actually, I wonder if I can hit this guy. Oh, that worked. Even though he's completely surprised. You can kind of cheese it if you're in complete darkness. Like you can see it in the bottom. I'm in complete darkness right now with my light gem. You can sort of cheese it and still knock enemies out even if they're surprised. So you can even do it while you're in combat. If you can get behind an enemy while you're in complete darkness, then you can still knock them out, which is kind of funny. They get rid of that feature in the third game, but until then, we can enjoy all the tricks of the engine and the weird way that the AI functions. What's this over here? What's he guarding over here? More river, okay. Where does that go? Oh, waterfall. I doubt I can get up that. Okay, I do need to escape, so maybe that waterfall will help me come down a little faster. Where are we now? Okay, we're going up some more. That's good. Okay, now we're in the factory area. Okay. Storerooms, power station, machine rooms. X marks the workers. Okay. Okay. Because so many now build without consideration for the master builder. Yep, that's the god that they worship. The taint of the trickster. Yeah, that's pretty stinky. They are obsessed with the builder. They are obsessed with the master builder, and he is their god. He created the hammer. He created civilization. Without the hammer, without the builder, there is nothing. There is no civilization. There is no stone, no metal, and everything would be horrible and uncivilized. Ooh. Ooh, this is big and heavy. Yeah, sometimes you pick up objects that you really don't want to pick up. If I had thrown that on the stone floor, that would have made a ton of noise.
Vigilance is our shield that protects us from the squalid past. Knowledge is our weapon, with which we carve a path to an enlightened future.
Oh. He saw me knock him out.
spiky metal grating. I better tread softly.
Ooh, okay. Past him. Oh, that's the guy I knocked out. Okay. That's like, what is he doing down there? Okay, so... so we're roughly... that was a crossroads right there that I saw that guy knocked out there. So we're roughly here. What's this go to? Freight elevator, I'm assuming? Yes. It just goes down. Now here it's a little difficult to hear because of all the metal and industry, but we have to be careful not to be heard. These corner areas are made of metal, so I want to be very careful. As you can see here, they're all actually working. They're going to their stations and making hammers that they put into that box there. I don't know if I would want to grab a freshly forged hammer. They're literally pouring the molten, I'm assuming iron or whatever metal they're using, pouring it into that mold, and then like less than a minute after it's poured in, they open up the mold, grab the hammer, and then put it away. It's like, that thing is going to be burning hot. But I guess they have really good gloves, and that metal cools very quickly. You can literally just watch them just create infinite hammers all day. What's interesting is when they're like that, they don't actually have a weapon. Once they actually grab the hammer, now they do. And they put the hammer away, and now they're unarmed. So you can literally... Oh, he heard me running up there.
All is well now. 'Twas but the wind on the torches.
You can literally wait until they're unarmed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a moss arrow down here. I know I can use my crouch technique to jump down, but that's a little bit too difficult for this situation because of this railing. So I'm going to have to actually jump down to get past them. Jump. No sound because of that moss. So that's great for
I have never heard
Oop.
such carrying on as this thief's pawn, Cutty.
Ooh, Cutty.
One would think these scum had never faced tribulation in their lives.
For a time I thought Block 4 might never sleep again for his coughs. But he quiets now.
Good. Death or durance, 'twill be the same for him in the end.
So even without that tip that I bought at the beginning, you would be able to be like, oh, Block 4, that's where he is. Okay. So that's very nice of them that they got these flashing
Vigilance
lights.
is our shield that protects us from the squalid past.
What's down here?
Knowledge is our weapon, with which we
Little
carve
hidey
our
hole?
path to an enlightened
Okay.
future.
Ooh. Got a key. Great. Great as in awesome that I got a key, and also a grate right below him. I guess that guy made off with a bunch of cash and starved to death down here, which sucks for him. And that there is a security camera.
And the builder said, if the foundation is weak, do you wail and gnash your teeth? Do you ask it to repour itself? Nay, you tear it down and begin anew. So shall it be with all my children, whether they be stone or flesh.
Yeah, these hammers are pretty crazy. They constantly are reciting scriptures. They're obsessed with wholeness of body and mind. Now here it's easier to get past because of those pillars and the darkness, but that other side, that was just too difficult to get past. So we'll have to use... So we're going up to cell blocks 1 and 1 and 2 here. So we're coming up over here. So we're gonna have to cross over in order to get to 4 where Cutty is. Yeah, as you can see, the subtitles are getting a little intense near the bottom. Oh. God, that was close. Thank God that you can still hit them while they're surprised. Okay. Whew. You stay in here. Yeah. It's like I like subtitles because I have a little bit difficulty hearing stuff. But it's getting a little intense because of all these long voice lines that they have. And it gets a lot worse later on. There are enemies that speak constantly and have a lot to say when they're speaking. So might have to turn it off by then. Don't tell me to go away. Oh well, yep. I'm gonna knock you out. And let's see. Issit the beggar, is he in here? Issit, yes. Oh, Caning and Saramash died neath righteous punishment. So he's in number 9. These aren't numbered? Oh Jesus.
No one walks here now.
Oh, it's numbered right there. So these aren't numbered, so I'm just gonna have to... Hey, Issit. Where's the hand? I need my hand back. Oh, there it is. Literally your hand. Yep, there we go. I honestly don't know why. Yeah, gold notification on. I don't know why it's not updating me. Which is unfortunate. Ah! Juked him. Now he just has to break line of sight, get far away enough. Oh boy, yeah, I saw a dead body down there. One of the guys tried to escape. We're having a full-on prison break here. One prisoner just saying, no. That is such a mood. Unlock the door.
The noise has stopped.
And as you can guess, yes, still block 2, okay. Fingers crushed, wrist broken, flogging, like... This is not a place where you're rehabilitated, shall we say. Or if you do end up going back into society, you're probably not going to be too happy of a camper, since they're crushing your wrists and stuff, or crushing your hands. Where can we cross over? There's a yard. Can we... Here we go. Yep, this is the yard. It's just a pair of stocks and... Yep, great place to exercise and hang out in. This is like maybe one step above an American prison. Oh, somebody's here. Okay, they're gone. That was
Never thought rats would dare their teeth against the builder's house.
that was close.
Here's the note.
Ta-da! Lady Taker. It's gelding. I hope that's not like pouring gold on somebody or something. It probably is. Whisking, don't know what that is. Meditation as a punishment. I guess because they're a heretic. Palms scalded daily. Tibble Horkeep died of flux. Don't know what flux is, but sucks for him. So Cutty is 6. That's the first floor. 6. Here we go.
All right, old man. Let's get you out of here and me my money.
Afraid you're gonna be disappointed?
Good thing you're dying, Cutty, or I'd have to kill you for stiffing me. Again.
Snap, snap, puppy. But I owe you, so... Felix went after the Horn of Quintus, down at Hoard. Left me his notes. The Hammers got him, put him in there. Evidence box.
Speaks ill.
Loot collection, more like. Upstairs. Officers' quarters. Once you're up there.
Oh, he just died before he even finished what he was saying. Yep, the damp got to his lungs. That sucks. Alright. Find the evidence locker and retrieve Felix's map. So that's our next objective. Up in the officers' quarters, which is cell block 1. And bonk. Didn't even hit him in the head. I hit him in the butt and that knocked him out. But I guess slap somebody on the ass hard enough and they might just get knocked out, so. Nope, wrong key. Cell block. Which one is it? 1 goes to the officers' quarters. So over here. I want to go to 3 real quick. Get out of here. I like how I shot him and he just didn't seem to care at first. I think he briefly spotted me out of the corner of his eye. But I lost him.
Come forth and fight me, villain. I shall find thee again. Leave thy shadows, thief and fish.
Oh, that killed him. Okay. Yeah, the blackjack doesn't do a ton of damage, but I damaged him enough with the arrows that just a couple of whacks and that got him. What the heck is this? Isolation chamber, I'm guessing. You're trying to run and you're not getting anywhere, but let me help you with that. What are you all in here for? Goldlander nose crop, Jesus. Shorn and branded, God. Firelighter, I'm guessing arsonist. Recantation and informing, Jesus. These guys are... Oh, Dickett, that's the guy who got out, I think. Right? That sounds familiar. Or... Yeah, from Lord Bafford's Manor. That mission. They mentioned Dickett, I think. But let's let all you guys go. Yep, get out of here. Go. Be free. I'm sure you won't be cut down instantly. You guys will do fine. It's not like I have the keys. Oh, Jesus. Yep. See, I was in complete darkness, so I got behind him, gave him a few whacks, and he went down. That's very lucky for me. key. Cell block 1. There's the barracks over there. I still need to escape from here, even though I'm not leaving with Cutty.
This must be how they spend all those tithes.
Yep. Immediately you can see, like, oh, nice carpet, nice stained glass. Like, it's not all, you know, true piety. They're not all pious. I don't know what the word is, but it's an interesting way of lighting it. Oh, there's a little hole here. Interesting. See somebody over there. 2 people. Can hear somebody coming. Let me hide this body. But yeah, it's like you'd think that if they were so adherent to their scriptures, you know, they wouldn't spend so much on fancy stuff. But now, I mean, it doesn't look like too much now, but trust me, you get to some of their cathedrals and you're like, okay, you didn't need to spend that much.
I wonder if I have time to stop for a snack.
We always do, Garrett. We always do. Even though food doesn't do much in this game. I'm still going to eat all of it, because screw you. Got a water arrow. Fortunately, throwing knives at people doesn't damage them, but it's a pretty cramped kitchen, but yeah, it's a little bit wonder if that no map for this area, but well, obviously because the map was from somebody who left here, so they wouldn't have known any information about this level. But as I was saying, like, you know, it's a little fancy, not too much, but when we get to the officers and the higher ups.
Terrius, seeking to save his purse, didst buy his new knife from the Sheminars, not our smiths.
How durst he? Had he no shame?
He certainly hadst feel of shame when his blade did snap at supper.
Ha. The Sheminars were shoddy craftsmen. Tarius is well learned of it.
Get past those 2 somehow. Can we sneak by?
Over there.
Something over there.
I don't see anything.
And the word went
Nothing to see now.
Do I have any flash bombs? Nope. Just a gross hand and some holy water. I can take this guy out.
by the builder's hand. Our God is heavy.
Fly sweeper!
Yep, there's magic in this game. He was preparing to cast a spell on me. But I stole his key. What did that go to? Second key of that type, okay. More holy water, not that I need it. Money, that's nice. When I was cold, thou taught of hearth and roof beam. When I was hungry, thou taught of pot and cauldron. When I was beset by foes, thou taught of spear and shield. Thy hammer pounds the nail, holds the roof beam. Thy hammer strikes the iron, shapes the cauldron. Thy hammer in my hand, unto my foes. Yeah, like I was saying, they think the hammer is the ultimate form of everything. Look at this. That's some wonderful stained glass, and like really detailed too for stained glass, but they're just in love with the hammer. And I mean, if you think about it, a hammer is just a cross but with the top taken off, so it's pretty easy to see where their inspiration came from. Creepy chanting, that's always good. And now look at this, like a weird place to do your praying, right here. Anything behind? Oop. Not over here. Ah! Secret passage, just as Cutty said. I wonder if that leads to the waterfalls and the pools down below. Ah, loot. Hiding evidence, quote unquote, for personal gain. Brother Keybond, I charge thee to organize a search detail for that jackblade Naman. Somehow he hath slipped his bonds whilst Brother Inquisitor didst turn for but a moment. Now he hath escaped with half the contents of the evidence box. Oh, that was the guy we saw in the little sewer area. Okay. Brother Carpenter hath reported a commotion to the west while he was repairing the stocks. Start thou there. If the wretch be not found soon, doubtless he hath succumbed to the rigors of his interrogation. In truth, sorry, I would rather find him in a search now than by the reek later. And who knows what may become of his mortal frame should he reach the haunted mines. Yeah, they are not interested in rehabilitation here.
Could that be a plague of these rats?
It's tile, and I want to get across the tile without being heard. Thing hidden, okay.
Cutty won't be needing this anymore.
He looks at his notes. Wonderful. Cutty, I gots me a big one, I does. The Horn of Quintus, Cutty. I can be paying off some debts with this one, believe you me. I love this grammar. I gots me a map drawn by some dead old bugger, which shows a way in. I knows it's down there in the Bone Hoard, just like they always said. They say what that the dead walk down there, but it's worth the risk now, ain't it? The way I hears it, the sound of the horn echoing will lead me right to the thing. I'm leaving you a copy of the map in case anything happens to me down there. But more is the chance that I'll see you topside making a toast with the finest wine to be had. See ya then. Yeah, even that one tiny little step on the tile here, that. But let's get out of here. Where does this go? Hopefully to safety. Yeah, I think this, yep, that sounds like a waterfall. Oh, that was one waterfall. I think this is going to be like a fun little amusement park ride. It's getting faster, going down more. Oh yeah. Whee! This is kind of fun a little bit. And we're passing below them. Oh yeah, there's...
Cease thy games and
Hi.
thou feared to face me man to man.
Art thou feared to not jump into the water and swim after me? Got him. Can't catch me now. Whee! Did we get out? Nope. So I guess we have to go back out the way we came. That secret tunnel was pretty nice, though. I'll give Cutty that. Crap, those zombies are probably still around, aren't they? I don't remember killing them. So I guess, thank God I do have the holy water. Or thank the builder, I guess. There is no God, just me and my holy water. Yep, there's the creepy skeleton. Now they're all faffing about over there. Yep. Just waiting for the lift. Excuse me. Thank you. Mind the drop. Ta-da! And, I mean, we're almost out of here. Might as well do a little cleanup. Oh, Jesus! Oh my god. The wow, okay. The force of that explosion literally blasted me down. Okay. I've never seen that happen before. I'm so lucky I didn't die. And yes, healing potions are not instant. They heal you slowly over time. So you can't just chug a bunch and run. You have to bide your time. Okay, that time it didn't blow me back at all. Okay. I guess maybe one of the body parts hit me. I don't know. That was that was a little scary. I was a little scared I was gonna die, but that was also pretty funny. And now we can leave. Thank goodness. This place wasn't OSHA compliant at all. Oh, OSHA would have a field day with the Hammerites. 2 health potions to get back to max. I bet... Oh, there we go. I bet I smell great, too. Undead, dirty water, prisons. Man, Garrett needs a bath for sure. Alright. Well, we complete those objectives. Let's see. 43 minutes. Wonderful. Hey, I got all the loot again. That's pretty great. 1738. Again, I'm not going for 100% loot, but I'm not going to complain if I get all of it. Damage dealt 124. Damage taken 9. Healing taken 7. I think healing potions on this difficulty heal 4 hit points, and I drank the second one just before the level completed, so I didn't get the full healing back. But body discovered by enemies 2, unfortunately. Let's see. Yeah, that's a lot of damage dealt. Because it counts the holy water arrows, and that's a ton of damage. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good so far, and there we go. We did not break Cutty out of prison, but we got our lucky hand back. Yeah, got our lucky hand back, and we got the map to whatever this Bone Hoard horn is. So I guess in this next mission, we're gonna have to figure out how to get into this Bone Hoard, and because we still haven't gotten paid from Cutty. Cutty died, and now this is our way of getting paid. So it better be worth it, if not just for the loot that we got along the way here. But thank you so much for coming back, and in the next video, let's go down to that Bone Hoard.